A moral compass. What is a moral compass? A moral compass are the morals that you decide to live by. So personally, my moral compass is I never lie. That is like the first thing. I will never lie about anything. Unless it is a life or death situation and I have to lie, I will, but I will never lie. Another thing on my moral compass is to never judge. Another thing on my moral compass is to respect myself. I have plenty of things on my moral compass, and the universe brings in experiences to challenge it, to see if I'm going to commit to it.
Welcome to the Common Sense Philosophy channel. Today's title for this video is Moral Compass or Just Lost Minds. Moral compass or just lost minds. A lot of people are acting like their mind is lost. Have you been looking around? It's getting a little weird outside. So when you start thinking about this whole moral compass thing, I don't think we're all seeing things the same way. I think just far as our perspectives, nothing seems the same to me. Not even as time passes, nothing looks the same to me personally. So I don't know in your life how long you've been alive, but it seems like every decade is just a big change. Something else changes. Things you used to think was one way, 2 decades later is different. You'll look at you'll think about a cereal box of your favorite cereal when you were little and what it used to look like, and you'll look at it today, go to the store, you haven't ate it for a while, and you're like, that's not how that used to be spelled, or that's not how that used to look. So things are changing continually in our lives. So when you get to a moral compass of how you see things from your perspective, the direction where you see things should go, it's not going to stay the same. It's going to be different. How you view things. So they say, well, moral compass would basically be just your character and how you treat each other. Well, how you treat people also can change over time. Things you respected before, you might not respect today. Things you respect today, you might not respect earlier in your life. Things are always changing. So I just feel like that position is always moving. It's never the same. You know, it's really something to think about. That's why I thought I want to put these clips together. So at the end of it all, you can sit and think and get your own perspective after you listen and watch the videos and all the clips, because I put them all together for you so you could just flow through them real quick and, you know, get in that conversation and tell me what you think about this whole moral compass. Or do you think all the minds are just lost? Give me your perspective. I want to hear what you think. Continue to like and subscribe. Thank you for coming and visit the channel, Common Sense Philosophy. Like I said, watch the rest of these clips. Like and subscribe on your way out. Let me know what you think. And also, thanks for coming through. Appreciate y'all. I'm going to be talking to y'all some more, hitting y'all up. Talk to y'all later. All right. Yep.
Another thing on my moral compass is to commit to myself. What do I mean by committing to myself? Committing to my morals. I cannot stress how important a moral compass is to have in your life, because you will never have true stability in your life if you do not create a moral compass for yourself and commit to yourself and stick to it.
You know what concerns me when I sit back and really think about things? It concerns me when people, they don't feel guilt, shame, embarrassment. They have no problem doing evil, being evil. Like, they have no conviction. They have it's something in their head telling them, you know you're lying, you know you're wrong. It's just like that doesn't exist, or they just are rebellious. And they think they're good people. They think they're good people because that's the mask they put on for the public. But they're really terrible people. And they think they know God, but the way that they conduct themselves when they think nobody's looking, everything about them contradicts them having any relationship with God. Matter of fact, their relationship is with the devil. That's why they do the things that the devil does. Period.
And it's the right thing to do. And I'm not even necessarily talking about when it comes to the faith. I just mean like in general, when you're doing something and it's the right thing to do, it's the right thing to do for someone else. And you got people, John, I wouldn't have done that. Understand something, y'all. Integrity looks strange to someone who doesn't have it. You see what I'm saying? Integrity looks weird to someone who lacks it, who doesn't prioritize it. The affirmation of the people around you cannot be your source of moral direction, y'all. Oftentimes, God is found in the minority. Good is found in the minority. Not all the time. Now you use common sense, right? You use wisdom. Not every time, but more often than not, doing the right thing. And again, I'm not talking about with the faith. I just mean like in real life, you're going to be the minority. Take that young lady who got stabbed in Charlotte. No one on that train moved to help her. If one person had slipped and said, hey, wait a minute, or like just reach out to help her stop bleeding, they would have been in the minority.
Or is the moral compass at an all-time low nowadays? Like, it's like starting to get to me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, like, we're in a time where people are so fixated on the external rather than the internal. And when we talk about the internal, we're talking about that character, right? That heart, those values, those morals that you have. But everybody's so fixated on how somebody looks, but not really fixated on how somebody feels, how somebody thinks, and how others may treat you. Y'all, please do not get caught up in the illusion. I know social media is a tough one, but y'all, character still matters. Being a good person still matters. Being great still matters. Like, you can have all the fancy cars and fancy clothes, all the money in the world, but if you don't have a character, what's the point? Focus on your internal, not just your external.
Lost its moral compass. If we want the country to be good and we want the world to be good, we have to understand that it's made up of individuals, and how you live and how you behave and how you carry yourself, the ideas that you put into reality, the information you consume, all creates an end product in you that either is a representation of what we want this country to be, or it's not. It's not other people's job to live the standard of what we need here in the United States. It's your job. And until you realize that you have a responsibility to live that standard and instill that standard in the people around you and hold them to that standard, we're going to continue to swirl down the drain. It's not the politician's job to fix all this shit that's going on. And that's the lie that we're being told. You know, we're like, somebody do something. Well, that somebody is you.
Say, trust your moral compass. Sounds simple, right? But if you think about it, what even is a moral compass? And more importantly, what happens when two people's compasses point in completely opposite directions? So I like to say your moral compass is basically your eternal guide to what's right and wrong. But here's the thing, it's not universal. It's shaped by how you grew up, what you believe, what you've been through. It's yours. And that's where philosophy comes in. Take Aristotle. He thought morality comes from building good habits. Live with courage, honesty, kindness every day, and over time, your compass naturally points toward the good. It's called virtue ethics. Then you've got Kant, who said it's not all about habits or feelings. It's about duty. Right is right, even if it feels wrong in the moment. Your compass should be following principles, not your emotions.
Stick to your moral compass. Okay? Crossing moral boundaries in the name of getting ahead or pleasing other people is a surefire path to unhappiness. Okay. And you know why that is? Because every time you betray your own moral boundaries, you're betraying yourself. Okay. If you have to think about that. It's going to take its toll on you. You tell that little lie. You take something that doesn't belong to you from a hotel or from the workplace. What happens is it starts to chip away at your self-esteem. And a lot of people, I don't think that they think it all the way through. You want to, in order to build self-esteem, you do things that are respectable.
Most people say, I have my morals, you have your morals, we don't have the same morals. What they're really saying is, I have my values, you have your values, we don't share the same values. So let's break down the difference between morals and values. Morals are matters of right and wrong. If something is wrong for me, then and it's not wrong for you, it's not a moral, it's a value. It could even be a personal ethic, but it's not a moral. See, the purpose of morality is to create a cooperative system between people. In order to understand that, you have to go back to the roots of the word moral. So moral comes from the Latin word moralis, and it gets its root from the Greek word ethikos. So we're going back to the 1st century, right? This is not a word that is ancient, although it has ancient concepts that would maybe be described by different words, okay? Different religious constructs that predate the 1st century might describe, these conducts of behavior by a different name, okay? It had a lot to do with political, social constructs, and also personal social constructs, but it was more about social duty to your government, duty to your family, even personal duties, right? Duties to yourself, but it wasn't limited to one's own personal perspective. It had everything to do with your social conduct affected others.